Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley, and in today's class, we are going to focus on adverbs completely and entirely, what they are. We'll learn some individual adverb vocabulary and use them in sentences. And in fact, we'll look very carefully at where to place adverbs in sentence structure. Okay, the name of the game, the word of the day, adverbs. So if you have any doubts or would like to learn more about using adverbs properly, come on in, join me now here at Verbling, and we're going to talk adverbs. Yeah, okay, great. Here we go. Hello, Heidi. How are you?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Again. What is this? Fourth class today? Heidi? Fourth? Fifth? I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the class. And we're going to be learning about adverbs. Heidi, so what do adverbs do? Do you know?
Adverb modifies noun, not noun, and adjectives, verb, and all sentence.
It modifies just about everything except a noun. That's right. Yeah. Adverbs, other adverbs, adjectives, and of course verbs. Okay, great. Here we go. We've got some folks entering the class. Let me welcome Anna. Hello, welcome back, Anna.
Good morning, teacher. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine too. Thank you.
Great. Nice to have you back in class. And also Jacqueline. Hello, Jacqueline.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Terrific. Or you could say, you could use an adverb. Today's class is about adverbs. Jacqueline, can you use an adverb when I say, how are you today?
Fine, I don't know, no.
Well, that's why we have the class. You could say, I'm doing extremely well. That would work.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, in any case. Okay, I'm going to do a screen share here, and we'll get started talking about adverbs and maybe practicing, maybe learning some vocabulary as well. Okay, here we go. As Heidi just told us. No, I'm just referring to what you just said, Heidi. Adverbs describe and modify or change other words. This is similar to the way adjectives do, although adjectives describe things or describe nouns. Adverbs describe actions and qualities. They qualify the meaning of verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. As we just said, for example, how did the runner run? Heidi, what adverb could we use here?
The runner ran quietly.
Quietly? Sure, quietly, maybe. Okay, maybe he had slippers on. All right, terrific. Great job. Quietly, very good. Anna,
yes.
Could you use an adverb to answer this question? How deep was the snow?
How deep was the streetly snow?
Okay, well, you can make a statement to answer the question. The snow was like that. All right, do you see? Answer the question. How deep was the snow? The snow was extremely deep. Like that.
Yeah, yes. I got it.
Okay, all right. Jacqueline, how about answering this question? How well did the singer sing?
The singer sang very well.
Very well. Very well. Okay, excellent. All right, that will do it. You need adverbs to answer any of these questions, as a matter of fact. When a key to understanding if you need an adverb is actually right here with this how. When you're using an adverb, you are answering the question how. How did somebody do something? In what way? So, okay, great. There he is, Madman. He played guitar skillfully. All right, here's some very simple sentences. He played guitar dreadfully. Hello, Pavel. Welcome to the class. Hi, Pavel. Are you there? Okay. Pavel can't hear you, just so you know. All right, I'm sure he'll be back. Okay. Well, there's three of you guys. Heidi, if you played the guitar skillfully, did he play it well? Did he play it badly? Did he play it? So, is this a positive or negative? He played positive.
Positive.
Skillfully. All right, with a lot of skill. Absolutely. Anna, if you played guitar dreadfully, is that positive or negative? Anna?
Yes. Positive.
Absolutely not. Dreadful. Okay, dreadful.
Dreadful.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. No. It's actually it's a teachable moment, Anna. No, I want to show you something here. With a lot of adverbs, you can, of course, you probably already know the ly ending can signify an adverb. It may be an adverb or it may not be an adverb with ly. Most ly endings indicate an adverb. But if you're not familiar with the whole word, with the whole suffix, you can find usually at the beginning the root of the word. So skill, obviously that's a positive quality. A skill is a noun. The root word may be a noun or it may be a verb, but if you know that root word, you can figure out probably, most likely, what the adverb means, particularly if you have this entire suffix fully. It's just like fully, completely. Skill, completely. Okay, skillfully. Great. Dread. Maybe you do or do not know this word. To dread something is to fear it because it's horrible, terrifying, dreadful, horrible. Just so dreadfully, full of dread. Okay, that's bad. That means that his guitar playing was actually scary. Definitely not good. Absolutely
Okay,
dreadful.
Thank
Sure.
you. I don't forget.
Yeah, okay. Great. Good. Well, you've learned something. That's good. And okay, here's another one. Jacqueline, with the root word passionately. If you played guitar passionately, is that negative, positive, or neutral?
Is neutral.
Oh, you're too smart for me.
No, it's positive. It's positive, but you can have passion for do something, but do bad.
That's right. Exactly. That's precisely correct. Definitely skillfully is going to be positive. Dreadfully is most certainly negative, but Jacqueline, I was trying to trick her, but I could not. She's absolutely correct. Just because you're doing it with a lot of emotion and feeling does not mean you're doing it well. You should have heard my kids. I have a cousin. You should have heard her singing at a birthday party about 3 weeks ago. Extremely passionate singer, but oh my gosh, yeah, to imagine that it was in any way a positive experience would be very, very wrong. It was not. It was the most dreadful singing you've ever heard. Sounded like 3 cats in a bag fighting, actually. Let me welcome Hajar. Hello, Hajar.
Hello, teacher. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. Okay, welcome to the class. All right, let's talk about some of the features of adverbs. All right, many end in ly. This is absolutely true, but not all. Okay, adverbs modify. We're going to also talk a little bit in just a minute about the placement of adverbs and comparisons in adverbs. All right, many ended with the ly, but not all. Actually, I would like to introduce you to some vocabulary and maybe try this out. Hajar, over here on the right side of my presentation screen here, I've got some words. First one is purposefully. Can you try to use purposefully in a sentence?
Purposefully.
What? Yeah. Well.
I don't know what is mean.
Okay.
What's purpose?
Okay. Do you know what purpose is? Do you know what the word purpose means?
No.
No. Okay. If something has a purpose, it has a use. So, or a point. If I ask you, Hajar, what's your purpose in life? That's a giant question. Meaning, okay, what is your whole point of existence? All right, that's a huge philosophical question. But purposefully means carefully or with full of purpose. You can kind of, with these fully endings, you can kind of figure out full of purpose. You can kind of figure out the meaning. So as an example, I'll give you an example. He purposefully parked the car in the best possible spot. All right. He very carefully, purposefully often means carefully, but carefully with a clear intention. He purposefully parked the car directly in front of the bank to get ready for his getaway. All right, like that. Okay. Passionately, we just talked about. So next one, Heidi, can you try abundantly?
Abundantly. The neighbor neighbor's house was living for 1 year abundantly.
Oh, are you thinking of intention? Well, what's that? Are you thinking of abandon?
Oh, different.
Like to leave. Different, yeah. Abandon is to leave. If I was going to abandon you at the airport.
Abandon, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Then another one. It's abundantly clear he was a criminal.
Okay, very good. Good collocation as well. Abundantly clear. Okay. This is a good collocation. These two words go together. Collocations, words that go together in English. Abundantly clear is a very strong collocation. Something is very obvious. Another one that's very close to abundantly clear. Painfully obvious. Right? No, it doesn't mean it's actually causing anyone pain. It's just extremely obvious, very, very, very obvious. Something is abundantly clear. It's painfully obvious. Very similar meanings, and these are both good collocations. Abundant looking at the root word, means a lot of something. This is Heidi's use is very strong, a strong collocation, more abstract, more concrete meaning. He packed the refrigerator abundantly with beer before the party. Okay, a lot. He wants a lot of beer for the party, like that. Let me quickly welcome Xingyu. Hello, hello.
Hi, teacher.
Hi there. Welcome to the class. We'll come around and give you a shot in just a second. Anna, how about happily? Oh, an easy one for you. Can you use it in a sentence? Happily.
Yes. Yes. For example, I feel really happily married.
Okay, happily married. Another classic, very common collocation. A happily married couple. Okay. Very good. Excellent. Good job. Okay. Jacqueline, how about gratefully? Here's one not many people know.
Yes, gratefully is like I feel fine with something that I do.
I think the close idea would be thankful, would be a close word.
I don't know really well the meaning of gratefully.
Okay, it's very close to thankfully. Like I accepted your gift thankfully. I accepted your gift gratefully.
Okay. My mother gave me a huge gift, and I feel gratefully for that.
You feel grateful, the adjective. But you could say, I gratefully accepted her gift.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So how did you accept it? Remember, I'll come back to this more than once before the class is over. Your use of the adverb should answer the question how. So how did you accept the gift? Gratefully. Okay. Or, all right. Maybe other how questions. Okay. Hajar, how about fearlessly? Want to try that one? In a sentence?
Fearlessly. I can walk in the street without fearlessly.
Okay, without fear. Now, fearlessly has to answer the question how. So how did you work in the street? I fearlessly worked in the street. Like that. Okay?
Yeah.
Hajar fearlessly answered my question. Hajar fearlessly made a sentence in the verbling class. There you go. So how did she do it? Without fear. Fearlessly. Okay. By the way, obviously here you see fear and then the next part less. All right. Again, you can put together the different parts of a sentence to figure out less fear, having less fear, an adverb. Okay. Pavel, are you there for real?
Yes, I had some problem with the internet. Sorry.
Okay. All right, no problem. Glad to see you could finally get in. All right, Pavel, can you try using the word confidently in a sentence?
I try to drive confidently.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's a good idea. Drive confidently. All right, how did he drive? He drove confidently. Good job, Pavel. Okay, that works. Modifying the verb. Great. Xingyu, are you here?
I'm here.
Great.
What's your question? Please ask me.
Sure. I was wondering if you could use courageously in a sentence. Courageously. The word just above playfully here on the screen. Zingo? Are you courageously not answering the question? Zingo, are you okay? Did you lose connection? Oh dear. Oopsie. Okay. Whoops. Zingo, I think you've lost connection again. Let me welcome Jose. Hello, Jose. How are you?
Hello, teacher. Fine. Thanks for asking. Nice to see you.
Thank you. Okay. Zingo seems to be indisposed at the moment. So, Jose, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
Can you use courageously, the adverb courageously in a sentence?
Courageously.
Yeah.
This person is courageously.
Okay.
Is bravely.
Is brave. I can't say you are bravely. Yes. I have to say you do something bravely.
Yes.
Right? Right? So I can't, you're using it as an adjective. The adjective is courageous. So the man was courageous.
Courageous.
So he has to do something courageously.
Do something. Okay. But this courageously. This person is. No.
Try. He courageously and a verb. Something. Okay. He courageously in an action word. Courageously, then a verb. He courageously climbed the mountain. He courageously fought in the war. He courageously sailed the oceans by himself. And a verb. Courageously and a verb. See what I'm getting at? The question.
Courageously, he went into the burning house.
Okay. All right. Different placement. We're going to talk about placement in a minute. Okay. So Jose used courageously at the beginning of the sentence. Courageously, yes. He entered the burning house. Very good. That's it. How did he enter courageously? That's the idea. Very good. Okay. Zingu, are you back now? He's back, but can he talk? Zingu, are you there? Okay, let me welcome Min to the class. Hello, Min.
Hello, teacher.
Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm kind of introducing the class to some different adverbs here and having you guys form a sentence so we can talk about the sentence a little bit. Okay, Min, your word I'd like you to use is playfully.
Playfully. What do you mean? I play the meaning.
Okay, we can easily figure out the meaning because what is our keyword? What is our root word or our base word? What is our base word here, Min?
Playfully, the keyword is the word play.
Root to play. That's our root word, right? Or play can be a noun. All right, but noun or verb. Play is our root word. Playful is an adjective. Playfully. Full of play. So, okay. Answering the question how. How did he do something? So try to use that in a sentence. Min? Are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you try using playfully in a sentence? Okay.
Yes.
Xinyu has a suggestion.
Oh.
Teacher, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can. Hi.
Mm.
Okay.
Someone is attacking my internet.
Really? Okay. Okay. Min, would you like some help? Xingyu
Yes,
had a
yes.
great idea. All right, Xingyu,
Yeah.
you wanna?
I make the sentence. Yes.
Okay.
I participate pushball match playfully.
Okay. Possibly. I mean, I think of playfully. I like Xingyu's sentence. He playfully pushed the girl. He playfully pulled the girl's hair. Playful, the kind of action that 12 and 13-year-olds do. He playfully pushed her in the pool. Okay. He playfully kidded his students. I guess I can be playful at times. I can playfully joke around with you guys from time to time. Okay. Like that. All right.
It's like like from the skit.
Sorry? What?
It's for the kid, for the children.
It doesn't have to be a kid. Sometimes I playfully joke around with my students, and I'm not a kid, even though I occasionally act like a kid. But anybody can be playful, but it's often for kids. Okay, because kids like to play and fool around. It's more like fool around, kid around, joke around, jokingly, playfully. Okay. All right. Let's move on. Xingyu, are you still there?
I'm here.
Okay. Can you try?
I'm online.
Can you try the next one? Spontaneously.
When I watch TV in the dining room, my wife often hits me spontaneously.
Does she?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
When she feels sad, she likes to hit me.
All right. Fair enough. Okay.
What a stupid wife.
Oh my goodness. No comment. Okay. How did she do it? Spontaneous, the adjective, means suddenly, without warning, without forethought, without thinking about it, doing something without forethought, thinking before. So if you do something, how do you do it in a way without thinking? His wife hits him without even thinking about it beforehand. Okay. Very good. All right. Back around to the beginning. Heidi. Heidi? How about creatively? That's a tough one.
Tough one.
Yep.
He made a statue.
Okay. Yeah.
He made a statue with creatively.
Okay. All right. He creatively made a statue. He creatively designed a statue. Creatively, of course, is going to be used for a lot of verbs, naturally, that have to do with artistic expression and movement or whatever. Okay. All right. He spoke quite creatively. So you can speak creatively as well. All right. But that works. That's more concrete kind of speaking there. All right, Anna. About respectfully.
Yes. And always very respectfully with people.
Okay. Now you are wanting to use the adjective, which is respectful. All right. So instead, you have to you can't say I am respectfully. In fact, that's a good lesson for all of us. You cannot use an adverb like this. You cannot say I am adverb. I am purposefully, I am happily, I am fearlessly. If you remember in your other example, I am happily, I'm a happily married person. Actually, it's interesting because, all right, he was happily married. Okay, all right. Interesting. Happily can be an adverb or an adjective. You got to be careful of that one, actually. But your first one was correct because you had married, a verb after. So respectfully, okay, you always speak respectfully to other people. All right?
Okay.
It answers the question, how? How does she speak to people? She speaks to them respectfully.
So I can say I always speak respectfully with people.
Yes, that's exactly correct.
Okay.
That's right. So how do you do it? You can't say I am respectfully. That doesn't answer the question how. How what? How are you? I am respectfully. It's not a complete idea. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right, Min. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay. Jacqueline, how about the last one here? Faithfully. Let's try that one.
Be faithfully until the death.
Well, again, be
Faithfully.
Faithfully what?
Until to death.
Okay.
Or be faithfully with your friends.
Be faithful with your friends. Be respectful with your friends. Be playful with your friends. Do you see what the problem is here? You are also using an adjective.
Yes.
Be is always, the verb to be is always followed. If you're talking about a way of being, how to be, then you're talking about an adjective. All right. How you did something. Okay. Use it for an action. Faithfully, by the way, just to make it a little clearer, can mean something that you do as more or less a habit. For example, he faithfully went. Faithfully went. How did he do it? He did it faithfully. How did he do it? He faithfully went to work on time every single day. Like that. Okay? All right, so you can't be any of these things. That doesn't make sense. These words have to go with something else. They can't be an adjective by themselves. Okay. Let's talk about some specifics about adverbs here. Many end in ly, but not all words that end in ly are in adjectives. Many are. For example, lovely, ugly, sadly, happily, briefly, easily, truly. These are all adverbs. But ly does not guarantee that it's an adjective. Generally, when we do use ly, okay, it's the adjective plus the ly. Now, these examples here, okay, these are examples. These are examples of adjectives. Of course, a lovely woman, okay, an ugly dog. I can't say the dog walked uglily. That doesn't make sense. Now, which of these actually? All right. Well, that's an interesting. All right. Lovely here can obviously describe a noun. A lovely. I had a lovely time. He has a lovely wife. All right. Ugly, an ugly dog. Obviously, this is an adjective. I am ugly. If you can say I am and the word, then the chances are very good. Well, it's a kind of mistake you guys make. Well, here's a self-check method. If you can say I am and the word and it makes sense, then you're talking about an adjective, not an adverb. So, all right, let's look at some of these others. For example, Pavel, is sadly an adjective or an adverb?
Sadly, I think adverb. It's adverb.
Yeah, all right. Okay, can you use it in a sentence or at least a clause? What?
I thought. I think. I think sadly about that.
I think sadly. Okay. Think sadly. Okay. Sadly co-locates with sadly walked, sadly cried, sadly wept. Of course, it can go with any of those verbs. Nothing wrong with Pavel's example. All right. Hajar. Okay. Well, happily we already kind of looked at. Never mind. Happily is an adverb, but okay. Let's look at the next one. Hajar, how about briefly? Is it an adjective or an adverb?
I think it's adverb.
Okay. And what kind of verb might it go with, for example? Can you use it in a short sentence, a simple sentence?
Yeah. I write briefly later.
Okay. I write briefly letter. You're going to have to work on the sentence construction. I briefly wrote a letter.
Yeah.
You can't. All right. Now notice you can't say I briefly write. You can. Okay, you could. You can use briefly with the present tense. I briefly watch the news every day while I have lunch. Okay, something like that. Okay, yes, it's an adverb. How about the next one, Zingio? How about easily? Is it an adverb or an adjective?
Yes, it's an adverb.
All right. Can you use it in a short sentence?
I am learning English from teacher Oakley, easily.
Yeah, okay. All right. Am easily learning. Okay. All right. How is he doing it? Easily. All right. Very good. Thank you. And last one here. Jose, truly.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is a tricky one. Is this an adverb or an adjective? First of all.
She was now truly American.
Truly American. Now, American is an adjective, right? You're absolutely right. Truly is an adverb which we don't really use with verbs. You can't say I truly ran. He ran truly. Well, you can. I'm sorry. True can also has a different meaning of on target. All right. He shot the targets truly. All right. So yes, you can in specific circumstances, but more often than not, we use truly, as Jose did, in conjunction with an adjective. He is a truly stupid boy, for example.
Yes.
Right, truly stupid. Okay, we more often than not use it with an adjective. You have to be careful because some adverbs, you like truly almost always used with an adjective. It has to be a very specific purpose to use with a verb. Think about
sorry, we are truly sorry for the inconvenience.
classic phrase. Okay,
Yes.
we are truly sorry. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Really sorry. We are really sorry. Really is another one. You got to be careful sometimes with some of these adverbs because sometimes you can't really use it with a verb. For example, this is the classic example with very. All right, people want to use very in front of a verb, but you really shouldn't. You really can't. Not shouldn't. You really can't do that. Okay, you can't say very run. He very run fast. No, you can say he runs very fast. Now I'm using it with very, but you got to watch the placement. Okay, and really I'm using it for fast, directly in front of fast. So he runs very fast. All right, we'll talk more about that in a minute. All right, most ly endings, we're just adding ly to an
Very
adjective.
if no adjective.
It is. What's that?
Very sometimes the adjective.
Okay, sometimes it's used as an adjective. That's true, and sometimes it's used as an adverb. That is correct. Well, no, wait a minute. How do you use it as an adjective?
He is the very person who spread the backbiting.
All right. The very person who stole my car. Like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it can be used as an adjective. That's very true. In which case, this case, it's actually describing a noun. That is true. It may function as an adjective. This usage is not very common. It seems quite formal. But you have to be careful using very. Just remember this. It's quite simple. Don't use very in front of a verb because it will never work. Yeah. Okay. Let's think about the rules here. All right. Let's look at this more in depth. How? How is or was it done? How is it done or how was it done? All right. That done being a verb. So we're talking about the rules using adverbs with verbs. It's going to talk about how it was done or is done. Some basic rules about adverbs. Use them somewhat sparingly. It is a good thing to use adverbs, and I don't want to discourage you guys from using adverbs. It really helps your English, actually. But you can't. It's easy to overuse them, especially in writing. People get carried away. Not so much in speaking. In speaking, what I've noticed, language learners tend to use way too few, but they overuse them in writing for some reason. I don't really know why. Okay. Beware of words ending in ly that are not adverbs. For example, lovely, we just talked about. Lonely is an adjective. Again, if you can say I am and the word I am lovely, I am lonely, I am ghastly, or I am worldly, I can say all of those things. If it makes sense, that means you're dealing with an adjective. What does that mean? Min, are you still here, or are you back?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
back.
Do you have any idea what ghastly means?
Ghastly. It mean disgusting. Disgusting.
Yep, pretty close. Ghastly is definitely a very, very extremely negative. Okay, Zingu, very good. Unpleasant or shocking. A ghastly crime, for example, is a common collocation. All right, something really, really ridiculously horrifying kind of crime is ghastly murder. Okay, very good. I just want to clarify a couple of these in case some of you may not know. Heidi, what's worldly? Do you know that one?
Worldly. Worldwide, like that.
Worldly.
The company, company had a lot of branch worldly, like that.
I don't think we can use it that way. And that way, for talking about things like that, we say worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah.
Yeah, the company has branches worldwide for a company. A person is worldly.
Mm. How about ghastly is even adverb?
No, how?
His face is ghastly pale.
Yeah, but that's modifying pale.
Pale.
His face is ghastly?
Yeah.
No, that's an adjective. Is ghastly pale?
Pale, yeah. Pale is an adjective.
Yeah, I know, but ghastly pale, does that really work?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. Like dead person.
Okay. I've never heard that collocation before. Hang on a second. Ghastly. Ghastly. Hang on. Strangely, ghastly. Okay, you're close. It's okay. This is confusing. I understand why this is. Now I understand. Ghastly, the way it appears here, is an adjective and only an adjective ever. Heidi is right. It has an adverb form, but that requires an extra I and slightly different pronunciation. It's ghastly pale. Ghastly pale. Okay, so slightly different. Looks slightly different. Ghastly pale. Okay. It was ghastly. Okay, so yes, it does have an adverb, but this particular spelling is not the adverb. Interestingly, this is one, if we stick an I in there and make it ILY, yes, it can be an adverb. This is highly unusual because that's, if you have lovely, you can't, lovelily, you can't, it's very difficult, lonely, you can't really do that. So, all right, that's an interesting word. Anyway, back to worldly. Worldly means somebody who has a lot of experience and knowledge. Basically, not really book smarts, but street smarts. Somebody that's worldly knows their way around.
He's a wisdom worldly person.
What's that? Sorry?
Worldly person, it means he's a wisdom.
Yeah. Wisdom? Yeah, I guess so. Wisdom is from experience, right?
Yeah.
Worldliness is from experience, so yeah. Okay. All right. Anyway, adjectives do not answer the question of how something was done. How is it or was it done is basically the rule. But let's talk about adverbs and how they modify. Okay, so modify verb is mostly what we've been looking at all through class, and this really is the prime purpose. I don't know if I should say that, but the purpose probably most used. Good drivers turn the corner slowly, as an example. All right. Slowly, obviously, an adverb. It explains how they do it. How do they do it? They do it slowly. Okay. as in modifying an adjective. Really good drivers turn that corner slowly. Okay, here really is the adverb. Okay, we're modifying an adjective and modifying another adverb. Good drivers turn that corner very slowly. Now, we use very to modify adverbs and adjectives a lot, and we use it quite a lot in English, normal English speakers. In any case, it can be used for all these things. Okay, modifying the adverb, we're still answering the question how. Modifying an adjective, really good drivers. Okay, how is it? Really good. How are they, I guess, instead of is, because it's plural, but fine. How are they? They're really good. So we're still modifying kind of a how. Now, placement of adverbs. Usually, this is key here, just really, usually, they can be moved around in a sentence without changing the meaning. Usually, those are most adverbs. Now, some adverbs that can be used to talk about time, especially, ever, never, always, occasionally. Sometimes you can run into trouble moving those around in a sentence. Sometimes not. Often, though, we can move them around. For example, the car immediately stopped, and the car stopped immediately. For that matter, immediately, comma, the car stopped in the front of a sentence. Before the verb, after the verb doesn't really make any difference. Important point, though, adverbs that modify adjectives or other adverbs belong right in the front of the words they modify. Now, this is one that's definitely worth remembering. If it's modifying the verb, sometimes, okay, fine, I'll go with usually, they can be moved around. However, if they're modifying an adjective or another adverb, they must go right in front. And by the way, when in doubt, if you're modifying a verb and you put it in front of the verb, that won't be wrong. All right? That is the, you can be absolutely sure that's correct. And that even goes for time adverbs, like the car always stopped, the car never stopped. You know, it wouldn't make sense if I say the car stopped never, or never the car stopped. It sounds totally weird. The car never stopped. He just kept going. It's always going to be right to put it in front of any word that you're modifying. That can never be wrong. Although sometimes, again, sure, you can move it around for whatever, dramatic effect or something. So for examples, before an adjective, that's an extremely dangerous corner for bicycle riders. Okay, there it is. We often use extreme, or just a quick note about adjectives and adverb usage. Really normal kind of blah adjectives like good, bad, nice. You know what I mean? Kind of not very exciting. Adjectives usually get kind of blah adverbs. Very bad. Kind of is the adverb clause. Kind of nice. She's kind of nice. Okay. When we have more extreme adjectives, we tend to use more extreme adverbs. Extremely dangerous. Terribly violent. We don't say kind of violent. Really. Okay, very violent sounds slightly weird. Extremely violent sounds much much better. They co-locate better. In general, there's no grammatical rule here, but in general, speakers and writers will use more extreme adverbs with more extreme adjectives. All right, and before an adverb, the car turned the corner really quickly. All right, fine. Really quickly, very quickly. Okay, again, really, and very. Really can go in front of the verb, but very, just don't do it. Okay, there's another thing before we run out of time that you should know about when you're talking about adverbs. Just like I think last week, 1 week ago, I believe, we had a class talking about comparative and superlative adjectives. In the same way, more or less, we have comparative and superlative adverbs. Rapidly, more rapidly. He ran more rapidly than his competitor. He ran most rapidly of all the contestants. All right, easily, more easily, most easily. Again, using more and most, or less and least. He ran less rapidly. Okay, you're very rarely going to see this superlative with an adverb. That doesn't happen very often. The sentence structure has to be just right. But the comparative ones, these are not that uncommon. And just like you have irregular adjectives, bad, worse, worst, we also have irregular adverbs. Badly, okay. He ran badly. He ran worse than the rest of the other guy. He ran the worst of anyone. Far, farther, farthest. Well, better, best. Okay. Can also be used as adverbs for comparative and superlative forms. Okay. Confusing adverb pairs, all right, ones that get confused very often, right here. The biggest confusion is usually with well and good. He ran well, okay. We should use well as an adverb, so how somebody does something. So when I ask you how you're doing, it's okay to say I'm feeling well. I am feeling well. I'm doing well. Great. That's good. How are you doing? I'm doing well. Okay, you're answering the question how. You're modifying the verb. I am good. Just like I am lonely. I am tired. That's an adjective. I'm good. So when people ask, should you use good or well, just remember this. Remember this class. Well is an adverb and good is an adjective. Now, even native speakers mess this up sometimes. So be aware you're going to hear that, but this is the reality. You're really not supposed to say, I am well. That doesn't actually make sense. Okay, badly, bad, really, and real. Okay, don't confuse these. And surely and sure. I don't know why this one also gets confused. Okay, actually, I do know why. I make this mistake. He is surely crazy. He is most surely crazy. All right. Well, that's because, okay, surely I'm modifying an adjective. We often use surely for adjectives. Okay, here's an example, by the way. Her test results were good. All right. Adjective is linked to results. Good results. Okay, she did well on her test. The adverb is modifying did. She did well. All right, good results, did well. Here we can see good and well used as an adjective and an adverb. Okay, any last questions about adverbs?
No.
No. Okay, thank goodness, because we're out of time.
Yes, thank you.
Okay,
we
bye-bye.
need other class of this kind of adverbs, I think.
What's that, Anna?
Thank you very
Sorry.
much. See you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher.
All right.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.